Hello, my beautiful divine beings. Today, we're going to pull a 4-card spread on what's going on for February 2025. My name is Julianne Duffy. Thank you so much for joining me. My purpose here is to help heal and serve humanity in the most appropriate, authentic, and divine way. So with this 4-card spread, what we're going to look at is we're going to look at what we're seeing, what we're not seeing, what is a possibility of an outcome, and what we're being advised to do. And then I might just pull an extra card to get an overall feeling for what's coming into our realm for this February of 2025. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Right here. So this is what we are seeing overall. So we got a spirit card. We've got the Ascended Masters. These are the Quantum Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. So they're read upright and reverse. That's the two type of messages you get with it. Obviously, we've got upright Ascended Masters. This one is very much about really looking at ourselves and finding understanding, spiritual understanding during this time, achieving inner peace even through this difficulty. That's part of this message, as well as really looking at obsessions, desperations concerning goals, and what guidance we're seeking. So this one's really talking about, I feel like there is a lot of that. There's a lot of people not sure about what's going on. Not sure. There's a lot of desperation. There's a lot of that type of energy going around. So that's really what we're seeing here, is that Ascended Masters really advising us that it's kind of that time to really open up to spirit, because we're going through some difficult times, and there is a lot of stress, obsessions, desperations going on. And that's about finding peace and connecting to our divine guides to assist us. What we're not seeing. So this is what we're not seeing through this. And this is our consciousness. This is our consciousness. So we're seeing spirit's working its way. We're going through this emotional, crazy chaos. And then through our consciousness, which is what we're not seeing, it's deserving. It's that we deserve better. We deserve better than we've had. That is really, that's the summary of what this card represents. It's all about coming to terms with the fact that, we deserve to have the truth. We deserve to heal and have an abundance in our love, money, careers. We do deserve the best life ever. As you can see with this card, there's the castle in the background, all this beautiful flowers, the birds. We deserve a much better life than we've had. And so that's kind of the unconscious of what we're not seeing as we come into February, is that it's the consciousness that we deserve more than we've been getting. Now, what's our possible outcome for February here? Oh, it's a cycle card. So we're going through a cycle, and it is decrease. So that's really saying that we're part of the circle. If you think about it, there's always parts and times of abundance, and then there's always parts and times where there's less. So as we're coming into February, it's going to have that possible outcome that there's going to feel like there's less, whether it's less money, less understanding, less positivity. We're going through this decrease. Again, it's not going to last forever. It's part of the natural cycle. So it's about being aware that that's not, underlyingly, we deserve more. However, we've got to go through this cycle so we can get back to the increase, back to the abundance. We're going through this time that has to happen as part of that cycle. So that's possibly the outcome of what we're going to see for February, is maybe a decrease in certain things. And then what we're being advised to do is, again, it's a spirit card. So we're being advised by spirit to tap into our intuition and manifestation. So we are psychic beings, every single one of us. We're very intuitive. We can see what is going on. Now we're being called and guided to work on that, to work into stepping into our intuitive abilities, trusting what we're seeing, trusting our intuition, and activating that. And through that, we can manifest what we want. So even though we're going through a cycle, decrease is not necessarily a bad thing. It gives a lot of opportunities for new to bloom. So this might be the time where we're seeing or feeling a little bit of that as the outcome. But however, if we're trusting our intuition and our manifestation, we're going to be able to set those seeds for that next cycle and be in that deserving mindset, that abundance, that prosperity, what we actually deserve to have. So that's really kind of the overview of February, which I feel is going to definitely probably continue into a lot of this year. But really, we're seeing there's a lot of spirit calling us to acknowledge it, that there's a lot of stress, anxiety is what comes to my mind. A lot of people are really starting to struggle and unconscious. And this, what we're not seeing is that we do deserve to live this peaceful, beautiful, abundant life. We deserve this. However, the outcome is going to be that we're going through a cycle. We are going through a cycle, and the decrease is part of that cycle. However, as we get closer to the end of the cycle, which is what we're in right now, it gives us this opportunity for the abundance, to set those seeds to get to that deserving, abundant prosperity. And we're being guided to trust our intuition and to manifest what we really want, to be open to all possibilities. So maybe there's something we want to create. So we kind of put that out there, but being open that we don't want to limit ourselves by what we may not be able to perceive. That is also part of this, is that we want to be able to manifest something or better kind of idea. So if we want to be in a castle, as an example, we want to manifest a castle. Maybe it's not, we might visualize this castle like we have here in this deserving card, but we can also put out, as we're trusting our intuition, trusting our guides, that we're manifesting that or something better, something in alignment with what will assist and guide us as we go through this cycle and come into the next chapter. So that's really, we're going through this process right now. Now let's pull an overall feeling for February. Oh, here we go. We got intention. It's an intention card, and it's discovery. So there's gonna be a lot of discoveries, a lot of, as you can see, he's finding the little flakes of gold, panhandling and finding that little bit of gold. So even as we feel like there might be some decrease, we're struggling through this, we deserve more. If we're trusting our intuition and we're putting out the ability to be open to manifesting what we deserve, we're going to discover those little glimmers of gold, little glimmers of prosperity and things that may not come to fruition immediately, but we're going to discover them and start to plant those seeds. So when we get past this cycle and this part of the cycle, we're going to take off and just keep booming. So that's our February 2025 reading. There's a lot of potential. It's going to be based on you trusting the guides, trusting spirit to get through this. Whatever difficulties you're having, call upon your ascended masters, those to assist you. We do deserve better. We deserve more as humanity overall. And, there's going to be things that may look like we're going through. It's going to look and it's going to feel, and we're going to see signs of decrease because we are going through a cycle right now. But that's not the end. Cycles have ups and lows. We're not at the end of this by any means. And you are being guided to trust, to really get into your intuition, your manifestation, trust your ability to be psychic. Go read oracle cards, tarot cards, start learning astrology. Any of those things are definitely supported with this spirit card and the advice from the intuition and manifestation, because we're going to discover the little flakes of gold, whether it's our abilities to be intuitive, maybe some little things that we're going to start to set in motions that will plant the seeds. So when the cycle starts to go back into that abundance part, we're going to take off. That is our message. As always, I intend that this will help heal and serve you in the most divine way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.